All righty. Hello there, folks. How you doing? uh, some of you may have been wondering about this. You've seen it and wondered what was going on. Well, I'll tell you, this broadcast I mainly created to have a room where I could talk with and have like a conference meeting with people and everything and record. So, and I also just had a meeting with somebody this morning. Just straight up had a meeting. That was with Jason Strong. So some of you may know who that is. He has been over on Tracy Struncey's Scales of Injustice channel. He was over on Jane and Diane's channel recently. And so you guys can look forward to him and I having a little chat next Saturday. Hey, TTM fangirl. Hey, Reality Check. So that's what I'm going to be talking with Jason Strong next Saturday morning, which will be roughly, it'll be about noon Central when Jason and I are going to chat. So I'm looking forward to that. As you know, I'm very keen to talk to wrongfully convicted individuals on my channel and create more awareness. So that's a big deal for me. So I'm very excited to be having Jason Strong on the channel, like I've had Ricky Kidd and like I've had Amanda Knox. Been very fortunate to get these very, very powerful advocates, people that have been wrongfully convicted, who have become absolutely just stellar advocates. So I've had the good fortune of having those people come on my channel, and I am very thankful for that. Hi, Sharon Sunshine. Hello, Addiction Mouse. Hello, I don't recall. Hello, Michaeline Stewart. So yes, I'm very excited to be talking to Jason Strong next weekend, Saturday morning. Now, I do realize I did say I was taking next weekend off, and I am. Actually, talking to Jason isn't something that strikes me as burdensome. It doesn't require me to do a lot of editing like I have to do after this video ends. But I'll get to that in a second. I got a lot of editing to do tonight so that you guys will have something tomorrow to watch that's going to be very interesting. Got Mr. Texas 2 Counties himself, Travis Williamson in, and Mr. Capaldi, and a little bit with Mitch, but unfortunately Mitch had some trouble with his internet connection, so he wasn't able to stay with us the whole time. Hey, T1, what's up, buddy? Hey, Kim Eastwood. So he wasn't able to stay with us the whole time. Anyway, I'll get to that in just a second for tomorrow's video, but that's what I created this for, was for me to be able to meet with other people, record, and do those sort of things. So I had intended to do something with Paul, but literally after we were done recording the thing that I have to edit when we're done here, as soon as we were done recording that, Paul was like off to bed. He was like done. So it was like, okay, well, I can't. I had intended to go live and do something with him with this stream. But like I said, he was pretty tired after we were done recording, and he had to go to bed. So now I'm here all by myself, and here we are. So everybody's saying hi to each other. There we go. Got some catching up to do on your videos. Took a little vacay to West Michigan. Could almost see Manitowoc. Yeah. I'll be there end of October. I'll be there. And so that ought to be interesting. Be interesting to see if Hoffer takes me up on my invitation. I have a little chat. So it'll be interesting to see if that happens. But I don't want to harass him, so it's completely up to him, of course. My email address is iracozemam@gmail.com. He can let me know anytime he wants to, or perhaps maybe his lovely wife would like to meet with me instead. I don't know. Anyways, who knows? But certainly the Eagle Nation situation is something for me that I find greatly concerning. Had a conversation with Travis last night about the Eagle Nation situation, and although I know he's right, and although I don't doubt his assessment of the situation, I still think it's wrong. I still think that's why those of us who are out here, being so, justice, advocates and trying to call attention to these problems in our criminal justice system. It's what happened at Eagle Nation is one of those things. That's why we're here. It's why we're here. It's why we're trying to make the proper change to prevent tragedies like Eagle Nation and tragedies like many other tragedies, George Floyd, many other tragedies that happen. We need that change to happen so that we can start to curb this kind of thing from happening. And so that's why, it's these things remind us of why we're here. These things remind me of why I'm here. Reminds me of why I'm here, almost, at least 3 to 4 days a week, I'm out here talking to you guys, so. So you'll have Jason Strong along with Travis. No, Jason Strong and I just had a meeting setting up our talk for next Saturday, a week from today, at noon. And that's just me and Jason. Now, for tomorrow's video, you're going to get a little bit of Mitch, you're going to get Travis, and you're going to get Capaldi, and you're going to get me. You're also going to get DNA expert Dan Crane. So, but I'll get to talking about that video in a minute. So, I'm as chatty as a Ouija. Hey, well, I'm an honorary Ouija, right? So there you go. I feel like I need some scotch now. Anyways, no. So like I said, I'll be in Wisconsin at the end of October. So I saw somebody on Twitter today talking about organizing a rally for Oshkosh or in Oshkosh. I would not be opposed to, doing maybe some kind of demonstration for Brendan or Steven while there. If there's people already there doing it, I'd love to show up and lend a hand or lend my support if I can. So I saw that today, but it looked like it was going to be sometime soon. But maybe those folks can plan another one at the end of October. I'd be happy to be there and lend my support and take video and post video of the rally or, protest or, awareness creating event. If these folks want to do one at the end of October when I'm there, I'll be happy to cover it and happy to talk about it and promote it. So, obviously, always willing to do anything I can to promote the cause of creating awareness for Stephen and Brendan and for everybody else. For many others. It's creating the awareness that wrongful convictions do happen is a big part of it. A lot of people don't realize that they're more common than they think. When I had Amanda Knox on, she said the same thing. She said, back when this happened to me, I didn't think this happened. She's like, I had no idea this happened until it happened to me, kind of thing. And Ricky Kidd said the same thing when I had Ricky Kidd on. You see, a lot of people aren't aware of how common wrongful convictions are. They aren't aware of how kind of sleazy some of our district attorneys have gotten, and to the point of it's all about seeking convictions, not justice. A lot of people just haven't seen this. They haven't become aware of it yet because they haven't seen it. It hasn't, permeated their world yet for them to realize and notice it happens. Absolutely. I'm sure Damien Eccles did say the same thing. It's absolutely true. A lot of people just don't understand that this happens. So what I was doing today, I'm going to make this video short because it's absolutely baking in my studio right now. But what I was doing today, and for you guys to look forward to tomorrow or to be looking out for tomorrow, is got together with Mitch, Paul, Travis, myself, and we did a video regarding Daniel Holtzclaw, going through number one, pointing out how all the things that we're mad about with the Avery investigation, the deliberately unlooked into avenues, and a lot of the problems and issues that we point out with the Avery investigation, we're finding it in spades with the Holtzclaw investigation. Same things, obvious avenues that should have been gone down, that would have either proven guilt or innocence, were avoided, and things like that. And so we're going to be doing this video tomorrow, drawing those parallels, talking about the criminal justice issues involved with situations like Daniel's, where he has all these accusers and that sort of thing. But our main focus in the video is to explain to people how the case against Daniel really should have been shut down before it ever got started. In a lot of ways, there's a lot of reason for the investigators to have gone, yeah, you know what, this claim isn't very strong. It's not as strong as it seemed at first. Once the evidence came in, I think the investigators should have realized that, but they didn't. And they moved forward anyway. And they went and continued to pile on victims, using coercive tactics in the interviews to get the accusers to make their accusations against Daniel and things like that are disturbing. I've been covering it here on my channel. I know some of you know, some of you may not. Sharon had a haircut. Oh, well, we'll find out tomorrow, because Sharon and I, folks. Oh, that's another thing I need to tell you, folks. Tomorrow, Sharon and I, over on our other channel, Indie States and Sharon Sunshiny, over on our other channel, we're going to be talking about episode 1 of Unsolved Mysteries tomorrow. So for those of you who are interested in Unsolved Mysteries and everything, go over and head over to our other channel there tomorrow. I'm sure Sharon will put the link up here in the chat for you, and then you guys can go over and hit subscribe on it. So we're going to be over there on our it's just our little fun channel, and we get together every Sunday morning and we just talk about something. Obviously right now the Unsolved Mysteries making a return is kind of a big deal for us in the true crime community. The very first story is very, very interesting, obviously. And we're going to be talking about it. I got a lot of questions about that. That is just amazing. The story there in that first one is just quite literally amazing that could happen, and that they're having that much trouble finding out what happened. And his friend, I mean, anyways, I'll save it for tomorrow over on our other channel. But for those of you who are interested, we'll be over, Sharon and I will be over on our channel, Indie States and Sharon Sunshiny, and we'll be talking about Unsolved Mysteries episode 1. So for those of you that are interested, we'll see you there. Yes, watch Daniel in the Den on YouTube. That's another good one to watch, folks. It points out a lot of the issues in the Daniel Holtzclaw case. Where's a good place to read about the Daniel? Okay, TTM Fangirl. Very good place for that is holtzclawtrial.com. Hold on, let me get you the link. What? No, you freaking bastard. So here's the link to the holtzclawtrial.com, and this is an excellent source of information for the Holtzclaw case. As I say, we're going to be bringing content. We ourselves are going to be able to be reading the transcripts pretty soon, so we're going to be able to know exactly what transpired in court, and we're going to be bringing lots more content about this case to you. And like I say, but we got some reading ahead of us, but we're going to be getting to know this case inside and out, just like we know Avery inside and out. You know what I mean? That's what we're doing here. We are going to soon know Holtzclaw, just every inch of it, just like we know Avery. That's where we're headed with this. So for those of you who want to get on board, because this case is a mess. I'm not kidding. The fact that it parallels the Avery investigation with shocking things that they didn't, investigative leads that they left uninvestigated. I'm just crazy parallels. I mean, to me, it's like we could use these cases eventually one day to write a book, how to pursue a wrongful conviction, because that's exactly what both of these investigations do. It's pretty obvious. So So yeah, that's what we've got. Obviously, tomorrow it's going to be a very interesting video tomorrow. As I said, in addition to Travis and Mitch and Paul and I, there's going to be a part of the video there where I will be talking with DNA expert Dan Crane, so that I can dispel some of the rumors regarding the Holtzclaw DNA, or the DNA in the Holtzclaw case, I should say. So I got a DNA expert on who's going to help to understand why the DNA in the Holtzclaw case doesn't necessarily say what has been put forward about it by the state prosecution and that sort of thing. So I have made progress getting the transcripts, yes, but not in the sense that I'm only getting access for just a few people. Unfortunately, that's just the way it has to be. But we are, this is for us to be able to just, for those of us who are going to be reporting about it on YouTube for now, to be able to read and get familiar with what happened at trial. But what we're looking to do is to start creating a fund, because we can't share these transcripts. We just can't. It's part of the agreement for us to be able to read them. So we can't share them. That's the way it goes. But what we are looking to do is put money together so that we can start purchasing the transcripts from the Oklahoma City courts themselves. So that's where we're headed with that. So we're thinking we might do maybe a day at a time, or maybe purchase each person's testimony one at a time. We're looking at different options like that, but we're going to be trying to gather money together, asking for donations and stuff. And once we buy them from Oklahoma, then those can be absolutely public, and we'll put those in a public place where everybody can read them. And like I said, where we're headed is for everybody to be able to know the Holtzclaw case, every inch of it, the way Avery Dassey. And that's really where we're headed with this. So I hope you guys will be on board with us, and hope you guys will take an interest. Are you calling me Count Dracula? Is it because of this little pointy thing here? Anyway, never mind. So that's where we're at with that. I hope you guys, like I said, we're working on water pepper. Yeah. So we're working on getting and buying the paperwork and the documents and stuff, so that we can create a central website similar to the StephenAveryCase.org. It's something we're looking to do, but it's just not going to happen overnight, unfortunately. But that's where we're headed. So I want everybody to be able to read it. I want everybody to be able to check it out and read it and dig in and do the deep analysis like we do with Avery Dassey. I'm trying to create that situation. So, but for now, you'll be able to talk to people like Travis and myself and Linda, and Rhonda, and stuff. And we will be able to, read them and we'll know a bit more about actually what happened at trial. And until we can get those documents as we're talking about. So I hope everybody will join us over on mine and Sharon's other little channel in the morning. As soon as that's over with, in the morning with Sharon and I'm planning to have the upload that I'm going to be editing as soon as I'm done here talking to you guys. That video is going to be uploaded for, I don't know, roughly an hour after Sharon and I are done. I'm looking to put it around noon my time, which ends up being 2 Central. That's what I'm looking to do. So it's going to be long. It's going to be a fairly long video. It's about two. It's gonna be. It may be over 2 hours. So, um, but there is a lot of information and a lot of kind of connecting the dots of why the investigation against Daniel Holtzclaw should have been halted at the first accuser. Um, and we go through all the points of why that is and everything tomorrow. So be sure to tune in tomorrow. It's going to be an interesting watch. And as I said, I'm very, very happy to say that it was it was a pleasure to speak to Dan Crane about the DNA. I will say this about Dan Crane, and that is he simply comes in and offers his scientific opinion. I want to make that very clear, because Dr. Dan Crane does not have a direct opinion about Daniel Holtzclaw's guilt or innocence. And some of you are going, what? What do you mean, Nirkoze? What do you mean? What I mean by that is he analyzes but scientifically what the findings in the DNA are, and he basically tells you what scientifically there is there, but he doesn't have an opinion overall on Daniel Holtzclaw's guilt or innocence. So I just wanted to point that out, obviously, and say that now. I'm probably going to end up, saying it again tomorrow during the live or during the premiere, but it's something I want to point out that, Dan Crane, the expert, comes in as a completely objective point of view. And that's why I'm saying he's not there to tell you Daniel is guilty or innocent. He is just there to tell you scientifically what the DNA really means. And so that's going to be very, very interesting. Yep, don't forget Eagle Nation. Good job, William. All of the wrongfully convicted people deserve our attention, and it's hard to give them all our attention, right? But as there begins to be more and more of us, as there begins to be more Millbillies and more Linda K's, or not my verbiage is our new channel, or as there begins to be more foul plays and more mind shocks and more and more and more of these people calling attention, and then you got the Jason Flums with the Wrongful Conviction podcast, and you got Amanda Knox over at True Crime Stories doing her thing over there, and you got Steven Drizzen and Laura Nyrider doing their little podcast, and you got Tracy Keogh doing her 6-hour thing, and you get more and more people talking about this, and that's how it happens, and that's how you do it, and you create that awareness because there's so many people out there talking about it, and because there's so many people, more wrongfully convicted people get talked about, because there's just so many people. There's so many more people out there talking about it that more wrongfully convicted people get noticed and talked about. It's a big part of why I've always been encouraging people to get up and talk about this ever since I've started. And I've been very grateful to see a lot of people get up and start getting vocal. Even my good friend, my trusty Ouija here, Sharon Sunshine. She's like, she can't put the YouTube down now. See, I got her all addicted. Dr. Sandra Lean is another good one. Yep. And Dr. Sandra's going to have Ricky Kidd on tomorrow. Perfect. Oh, sweet. Thanks for telling me that, William. I want to go over and check that out. You guys know I love Ricky Kidd. I mean, that guy is just amazing. I was talking with Jason Strong about Ricky today too. Ricky is just amazing, dude. That guy jumps out of prison, man, and he's just like on it, like boom, he's on it, just like dude's got so much passion, so much energy, so much drive. He's got all those things. I love his plan. You guys heard us talk about it over, when I interviewed Ricky, where he talks about his rules for or his what he calls guidelines, and he talks about get moving, and all the various parts of his kind of 5 to 10 part plan, depending which way you look at it. And anyway, I just love Ricky, so I'm very excited that he's going to be over on Sandra Lean's channel tomorrow. I definitely wanted to check that out. I'll be setting up a time for you guys. It will appear on the channel soon after. when I get the firm time arranged with my partner. Okay, arrange that time now then. Arrange that time for 10 a.m. my time. So that translates to 6 p.m. your time. Is that going to work for you? So, anyways, I'll have to wait for Miss Sunshine there to get back to me on that one. So, those are that's what we got going on for tomorrow. Like I said, it's going to be interesting. So, 6 p.m. Scotland time, okay? Okay, good. All right, there you go, folks. So that's going to be noon Central, right? Wait, let me think about this. Yeah, noon Central. And then my premiere is going to start at 2 Central. So that's where we're at. So, alrighty. Well, that's good news. I think everybody should go check that out. Click that link to go over and set a reminder for Ricky Kidd on Dr. Sandra Lean tomorrow. So I'll tell you what, that first episode of Unsolved Mysteries is really, really good. I mean, in the sense that it's extremely mind-boggling. You know what I mean? The way that what happened to Mr. Riviera is just like, it's like it's mind-boggling. Like, how did it happen? Like, I mean, there's so many questions about it. It's just, yeah, it's really, really strange. Sharon can't wait to talk about it. See, but you didn't go on YouTube today, so neener. Anyways, so yeah, it's going to be very interesting. It seems obvious what happened there, but yet, even though that seems obvious, it also seems slightly impossible. What happened? I mean, there's some questions regarding it, and hey, look, would it be Unsolved Mysteries if it didn't have that aspect of it? And dude, how cool is it to hear that music again? You know what I mean? The Unsolved Mysteries theme. You know what I mean? Right, absolutely, Miss Wee Lassie. I mean, it's crazy. Shut up. Anyways, so yeah, should be fun. So, everybody be there and tune in with Miss Sunshine and I tomorrow. Like I said, following our little chat about Unsolved Mysteries over on our other little channel there, I will have a premiere regarding Daniel Holtzclaw that's going to be quite interesting. And like I said, we're going to be going over why the investigation should have stopped before it ever started, and the proof of that is just in how bad the investigation is, in the sense of uninvestigated avenues, just like we see in Avery Dassey, the picking and choosing of where to look and what to use and what to see and what to, the confirmation bias, all those things. It's running all through Avery Dassey, and it's running all through Holtzclaw. And so it's going to be hopefully tomorrow for you guys a very interesting video. And like I said, we're going to have Travis there. We're going to have Mitch there for a short time. We're going to have Mr. Capaldi there. And ultimately, at the end of the video, just before we wrap up, I go ahead and I address the DNA in the Daniel Holtzclaw case, because it is important to address that DNA, because the media and the prosecution have assigned a point of view of what they think happened regarding the DNA. But the fact of the matter is that if you use the scientific method, as Dr. Crane is going to point out, that their narrative is just one of many, and they are all equally plausible. And so for the state to have raised one narrative above the many others is irresponsible in a lot of ways, basically. So that's what we're going to be looking at there. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy it tomorrow. It's been a long time coming. Took a lot of work, a lot of coordination to get everybody together. Mr. Capaldi's havering has caused me to have to do a bunch of more editing on this thing than I really wanted to. I'm not mad at him, but I am serious though. He did create a bit of editing for me because he was, getting a little haverish. So anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it because my studio, literally here in California right now at this time of day, I'm freaking baking in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up. Everybody look forward to Sharon and I tomorrow morning, and then after Sharon and I tomorrow morning, my premiere regarding Daniel Holtzclaw. Hope to see you all there. I hope you guys all enjoy it. And yes, if I still have some chorizo, William. Maybe I will have chorizo and eggs in the morning when I go live with Miss Sunshine. So he has Haver fever. There you go, Haver fever. There you go. All right, so thank you everybody for being here. It's been fun. Be looking out for tomorrow and what's going on tomorrow. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe. And we'll see you.